Hey guys, this is Peter, and today I've got something pretty cool for you. It's a new type of bicycle. This one's from Young Electric, and it's called the E-Urban. And yeah, it has a 500-watt motor in it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, that looks a little different than most bikes I've seen you ride. And yeah, it is. This one does something that no other bike I have does. So some bikes are for exercise, some bikes are for transportation. This one is meant to be transportable. It actually folds up incredibly small. Look at this. Whether you had to lock this up in a big city, this would be the way to do it. Get both tires, lock it down really tight. No one wants to steal this pile of bicycle. It's a much better way to do it. This is a neat bike for last mile situations. Say you were going on a ferry to work, or like it's a boat, or if you wanted to go on a bus or something like that. This would get you there. So if, for example, you have 20 miles up to near your work, well, this would get you those last couple miles, and it does a great job. So it does transportation really well. Say, for example, you want to do an RV trip. This would fit in the storage area of your RV. Maybe you have an electric car. This would fit in your trunk, and now you're not stuck there reading a book. You can go out and do stuff. So pretty great. I love the rack on this as well. Let me step you through it and show you how this thing works. It comes fully assembled. All you have to do is unfold it. Let's take a look. All right, well, here's the bike outside. It is a good looking bike, but you can tell something's up with this bike. It does something different, and this is what it does. It folds up nicely and even fits in my smallest vehicle. Look at how it breaks down. Really nice attachments on this, very well thought out, very secure. Even the pedals break down, which is super nice, because now it fits in really trim. And guess what? That's exactly the way that I put it in my van. But you can break it down further. If I wanted to put it in my smallest car, guess what? I can fold it in half. And guess now it can be secured much more easily. It's about a 55-pound bundle at this point. And look at this. I could lock up both tires with a single chain. That would be a much better way. Look, I can lower the seat. So if you live in an apartment or if you live in a big city and you needed to lock this outside, look at that. You can do it. Oh, look, here it is in my smallest car. And yeah, that is a Nissan Leaf that it fits in the back of an electric car. Again, if you have to go charge an electric car, this would be a great last mile. You could actually leave it at the charging station and zoom back to work. That would be fantastic. This is the assembly process. Boom, locked. Boom, locked. Now you're ready to ride. Oh yeah, you got to fold out the pedals again. Hey, I want you to take a look at these tires. These tires are 20 inches. They're nice and wide tires, but look at the number of spokes and look how heavy duty the spokes are. When you put a motor inside of these wheels nowadays, there is a lot of torque. In fact, I have a lot of bikes that will start to get, I guess you'd call it spoke creak. It just wasn't made to get that much torque. This bike, I think, can handle it. A huge number of spokes, and they're nice thick spokes on a smaller wheel. That's very important. This bike is very solid, very well made. And yeah, as soon as you touch it, you're like, wow, this is worth the extra money. So who would need this? Well, maybe you take a ferry to work and you need something for last mile. That's a boat. Or you take a train or a bus or something like that. This is great last mile transportation. But if you did want to use something for exercise, this one, well, you can fool this one and just act like you're pedaling, and it will give you full credit for pedaling your heart out. So yeah, it does have lights front and rear. That's key. It does have disc brakes front and rear. I put over 50 miles on this, so I think I'm pretty clear in when I can say that, yes, this is a rock solid bike, a very good battery. Let me show you what it's like to fool this thing. And I've got the bike in sport mode, but it almost doesn't matter what mode you have it in. I can bring it way down to 1. Watch this. With almost zero effort, I'm just moving my feet, not using any muscle. It's moving me pretty good. But if I bump it up a little bit, I'm not doing any work. Zero work is being done. Just moving my feet. And I'm achieving 20 miles an hour just moving my feet. All right, now I lived in a flat area, but I did take it to the hills, and here's one of the nastiest long hills I could find. I saw someone pushing their bikes up this, and I said, I got to do this. Look at this. No effort whatsoever. It just cruises up these hills. Here's another disastrous hill, and it takes it like it's absolutely nothing. Fun. Just put it in the lower gear. Just keep moving your legs. Here's one that another one that I did. I have it in the lowest gear, so I'm not doing any effort. I'm just moving my legs. The hardest part is moving your legs but not doing anything. It just carries me up any hill. And yeah, not halfway. I went all the way to the top. That's how effortless this thing is. The battery life is great. And as you're about to see, I like the brakes too.
The brakes are good.
All right, so I rode this a tremendous amount, as you saw, over 50 miles. Took it a lot of different places. And I got to say, this bike's neat. I think what's neat about it is I get the opportunity to take it with me so many places because look how it folds up. There's the back all the way down. And when you close it, it just closes. So yeah, now if I had to go charge this thing at a public charging station, you know I'd bring this bike with me because then I'm free to go. I love these attachments. They're very well made. You feel like the bike is rock solid, even though it can fold up. It does have brakes, front and rear, and that little pad. Look at those tires. So they're not knobby tires. They are road tires, but they are ultra wide tires. Hey, take a look for this bike if it looks like what you need. If you have an RV and wanted to take something with you, if you live in a larger city and want a bike that's easy to lock up or can be brought upstairs, this is a good option. Anyway, guys, hey, thanks so much for watching. Do give this thumbs up if you would. And hey, I love riding bikes, so if you have any questions, give me a question below. Talk to you soon.